Hello, everyone, and welcome to week 7. This week, we're talking about unexpected events that might potentially change our plans moving forward, especially with our new project. For us, the main event that we need to take into account that was going to occur was that one of our machines, especially our ice cream machine, was going to be late, and it was going to cut us very close to our opening date, and we need to adjust to that. And also, um, the addition on a new deck so that our consumers can enjoy our product in the outdoors is something that we needed to adjust to as well. Um, Very much this week I learned a lot, especially when adjusting. One of those things was, you know, much like entering this course, the project was already um, it had already been started, and by me coming in, I had to really find a way to try to adjust and become familiar with what we're trying to do. Some of my team members were already on the project and pretty far in the project, actually, 3 courses. And so, me coming in and specifically learning some of the things like risk management, stakeholder management plan, communication management plan, all of that stuff helped me with, I guess, trying to understand the unexpected event and really seeing where we're going to have to make some changes and how we're going to be able to communicate those changes so that we're still being supported by our stakeholders. Um, at the end of the day, trying to minimize those costs, but still making things happen, right? Still being able to continue with operations, train, and all that. As far as like some of the updates, after considering the events on the patio and the machines, we determined as a team that opening will be staying the same, and for the most part, we're gonna try to keep the cost as minimal as possible and try to keep them the same as we can. Although there's some updates that need to be made, specifically with installation dates, some of the changes with the machine and training the staff, testing the products, some of the changes spending with the budget with electricity, maintenance, overhead, and all that. We also needed to account for. As far as specific modifications to our project plan, currently there's 2 unexpected events, as we mentioned, the machine and the deck. So we need to make modifications to our WBS, and with that one, I had to get a lot of help from my team to try to understand it since I haven't taken other classes. But with the readings this week, it helped me a little bit. Um, Even though the unexpected events are not going to affect our opening date, um, because the machine will be late. There's going to be no testing, and also there's going to be an additional timeline. So we need to kind of like adjust that on our WBS as well. And at the end, we forecast that there's going to be about 5,000, a little over $5,000 in to cover the installation, inspection, training, quality, and the overhead on that. And when it comes to the deck, same thing. We're gonna have to make some adjustments into our timelines, and there is also a new risk management for that because we need to consider some of the risks that the deck's gonna bring in. Also with our staff, budgeting, training, and the time forecasting the time that that's gonna take, and that as the one that's gonna cost the most, about a little over 128,000. And much like before, we would like to include, you know, all within that price: construction, hiring staff, maintenance, training, and more. As far as modifications that I think we should do, I think I need to really consider my teammates and people that have been there before and are very familiar with the project to keep me informed and kind of keep me in line with what they want to do. It's very important for me as I'm coming in as a new member. So with that being said, I really did agree with all the recommendations my teammates made, especially with the forecast. I think that's something that I was not as familiar with, and when they provided that, it made it a little more like easier for me to develop a stakeholder management plan, or like the matrix, or even the other matrix that we need to work on. But other than that, that's pretty much it for this week. I'm looking forward to next week. Pretty much close out the course, and till then, we'll see you next week. Thank you guys. Good luck.